It may not be how you wanted it to happen, and that's just what it is. It's behind you now, so use it as your motivation. See, some things in life you can control, and some things you can't, and it's important to control what you can control. My life changed when I heard that quote, control what you can control. You see, I was trying to control everything. My relationship, everything bad that was happening to me. I was all thinking, this is in my hands to control. And when I let that go, that's when I was free. You gotta drop it, man. You gotta drop it. Some things in life are just meant to be a lesson, meant to teach you. How are you gonna level up if you've never faced anything? You've never faced difficulty. How are you gonna level up in life? You gotta be built for it, bro. You gotta be able to use that to fuel you to get further on your journey. See, losing my parents at a very young age taught me that nobody is going to do the work for you. Nobody really cares about you as much as you gotta care about yourself. Nobody is going to be able to put you in a position to be happy, to be able to keep good people in your life, to be able to keep a job that you like. It is all up to you to position yourself, to put yourself in that. I thought I was gone, man. Like, I didn't know where to go after that happened to me, but I found it inside of myself, and that's why I'm so by myself nowadays, is because I just feel like once you figure out everything you need is inside of you, it's hard to go external and find external stimuli that you need for help, because once you figure out that you can do it all yourself and you can do such these amazing things in your life, then it gets hard to let things in and let people in, because you become so driven to get and improve to something. Have you ever heard an old person say, I wish I could go back and play baseball with my grandson or something like that? See, they regret it, and that they're gonna go to the deathbed with that. So right now we're so young, bro. Think about it. You could be doing so much more in your life on the daily if you just sat back and zoomed out, bro. Zoom out for 1 second. Think about what you could have done today if you would have just zoomed out and looked at what you were doing, bro. See, nothing hurts more than the pain of regret. I want you to think in a 5-year span right now. Think and see if you regret anything. See if you regret something from your past. Hurts, don't, knowing that you can't go back and change it. So if you're not living life to the fullest potential right now, you need to zoom out. Think about how you can improve that. There's either gonna be 1,000 people at your funeral, or there's gonna be 10. 1,000 people at your funeral, or there's gonna be 10. You want a whole stadium full of people because you impacted so many lives that you're never not gonna be remembered, because you left such a big footprint on this earth that it's always going to be there. These people are always going to cherish you. See, pretty much every external stimuli that I use for motivation in my entire life has always been from pain or regret. Always been from pain or regret. Barely anything positive, because that's just what life is, man. It's a roller coaster full of ups and downs, and you can look at the downs and dwell on them, or you can use them to pick yourself back up. God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. So if you're going through something, it's for a reason, bro. It's for a reason. The storm will pass, and when it passes, you got to be able to look back and use that for fuel to get better, so it doesn't happen again, because it can't happen again. You see, when you need motivation, reflect on the future. So what you want for yourself, use that as your fuel. But then also, you got to be able to go back to the trenches where you came from, back to those things that were struggling you, back to those people that laughed in your face when you told them what you wanted to do with your life, back to whatever it is, the most traumatizing things. Use that as your fuel, because if you can get through that and you're still alive right now, believe me, you can get through anything this world throws at you. You just can't give up, and it comes down to willpower. See, the reward for hard work is more hard work. You think right now it's hard. The further you get in life, it only gets harder. So you gotta condition yourself to be able to think critically, to get past these obstacles that are popping up. You gotta be able to tap deep and push through them, because the only way to go is through them and up. You can't let a problem get in your life and just sit there and stay stagnant. Just take a deep breath, face it head on. I promise you, like, whatever you're going through, just take a deep breath, sit back on it for like a couple minutes and figure out there's a solution to it. Always is. You just gotta think. Your attention is everything. What you put your attention to is where you're gonna prosper in your life. If you want to get serious, then you gotta treat yourself serious. The biggest risk is taking none. Don't live a life full of regret. No one is going to help you conquer your mind. You can conquer the world. It all starts in here. Every little thought has gotta be positive, bro. It's gotta be motivating. Tone out the negativity. Only positive thoughts, only positive people, only positive experiences. See, there will always be bad and there will always be good, but what are you going to focus on? What are you going to pay attention to? Are you going to focus on the bad all the time? Or are you going to focus on the good? You got to focus on the good if you want to be successful. So use the bad in times when you need it. Use the good to live your life. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for staying to the end. Leave a like if this meant anything to you. Share it with a friend so we can get the message out. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.